A shift has occurred. God, who once whispered softly, now speaks with a commanding voice. The time for subtle suggestions and gentle nudges has passed. The divine instruction is now clear, unmistakable, and urgent. This is not a time for hesitation, doubt, or delay. The Chosen One stands at the threshold of a significant moment, and the divine command is being issued. It is time to act, to step into the calling that has always been yours, and to embrace the responsibility that comes with it. The universe has been preparing you for this moment, and now the time is here. The urgency is palpable. The divine energy that surrounds you is unmistakable, and it is urging you to acknowledge this call with full awareness. The shift in energy has been building for some time, but now it is unmistakable. What once felt like a gentle tug at your spirit has turned into a forceful push, urging you to move forward. The instructions are no longer hidden in the subtleties of everyday life or in the quiet whispers of your soul. They are now loud and clear. God is calling you to stand up, to take action, and to walk into the destiny that has been set before you. This is not a random message. It is a divine instruction that is integral to your growth, purpose, and the fulfillment of God's plan for you. You are standing at a crucial juncture in your spiritual journey, a moment where the alignment of your purpose, your actions, and your divine calling converge. This is a pivotal time when you feel an internal activation, an unmistakable stirring in your soul. It is as if the universe is waking you up to something that has been lying dormant, waiting for you to acknowledge it. The call is no longer subtle or distant. It is urgent, demanding your attention and your response. This moment is a test of your willingness to acknowledge the divine instruction and act on it. It is God's way of getting their attention and helping them understand what they need to do. The key to recognizing the recurring whisper is mindfulness. The Chosen One must remain attentive to the subtle signs and messages around them, tuning in to the feelings and thoughts that continue to appear. When these whispers repeat themselves, it is crucial to stop and reflect on their meaning. God is trying to communicate something that is integral to the Chosen One's next step on their divine journey. The final pattern that God uses to guide the Chosen One is the experience of impossible peace. This peace transcends all logic, reason, and external circumstances. It is a calm assurance that fills the soul, even when the situation appears chaotic or uncertain. The Chosen One may find themselves in the midst of turmoil, facing challenges, making difficult decisions, or navigating a storm in their personal or professional life. And yet, amidst all of this, they feel a deep sense of peace and clarity. This peace does not come from external circumstances, but from the inner knowledge that they are exactly where they need to be, doing exactly what they need to be doing. Impossible peace is often described as a sense of calm that surpasses all understanding. It may seem irrational or illogical to feel peace when everything around you is in chaos, but this is precisely what makes it divine. It is not the peace that comes from a lack of challenges, but the peace that arises when one trusts that God is in control, regardless of how the situation looks. It's the peace that assures the Chosen One that they are walking in alignment with their divine purpose, and that no matter what happens, they are protected and guided. This peace acts as a confirmation from God. It is His way of telling the Chosen One that they are moving in the right direction. When they feel this peace, they know that they are aligned with divine will, even if they do not have all the answers or all the clarity they might want. Impossible peace is the reassurance that God is present and that everything will work out as it is meant to. Recognizing these three divine patterns, divine disruptions, recurring whispers, and impossible peace, allows the chosen one to decode the divine instructions they have been receiving. Each pattern serves as a guide, a key to understanding God's will and purpose for their life. When the chosen one embraces these signs and responds with faith and obedience, they unlock the deeper meaning of their journey and begin to move in alignment with divine purpose. God is actively working on their behalf, orchestrating events and messages that guide them toward their highest good. The divine disruptions are meant to shake them out of complacency and help them grow. The recurring whispers are guiding them with divine urgency, and the impossible peace is confirming that they are on the right path. The key to receiving the full blessing of these divine patterns is to remain open, to trust in God's timing, and to respond with action. Recognizing these signals will lead the chosen one to their next step, unveiling their divine mission and helping them move forward with confidence and clarity. Now is the time to embrace these signs, to move forward with faith, and to trust that God's instruction is being revealed at the perfect moment. The moment of decision has arrived. The chosen one stands at a pivotal crossroads, a defining moment in their journey where they must choose between obedience and comfort, between stepping into their divine purpose and succumbing to fear and delay. This is not a small decision. It is one that will shape the course of their life and the lives of others around them. The future of the chosen one hinges on how they respond to this call. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has orchestrated this moment of decision, offering a clear path forward. But it is up to the chosen one to choose whether to step into it or retreat into the safety of what they know. Inaction in this moment will not leave the chosen one unchanged. The opportunity will not disappear, but the longer they wait to act, the more the weight of regret will settle in. Obedience, however, will open doors to divine fulfillment, bringing them into alignment with their highest purpose and calling. This is the moment where fear must be confronted and faith must take center stage. It is a time of great significance, for the chosen one now has the power to choose their future, one rooted in divine purpose or one defined by missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. This decision is not easy. It is tempting to stay in the comfort of what is familiar, to hold on to the life they've built thus far, and to avoid stepping into the unknown. The comfort zone is enticing because it offers safety, predictability, and the illusion of control. The unknown, on the other hand, can feel frightening and overwhelming. But the truth is, the very thing that has kept the chosen one from moving forward, fear, is the very thing that is standing in the way of their divine purpose. Inaction, no matter how well-intentioned, is still a choice. Choosing comfort and fear over obedience and faith will create an inner tension, a spiritual disconnect that cannot be ignored. Over time, the chosen one may begin to feel dissatisfaction, restlessness, and the deep sense that something is missing. Regret may settle in as the years pass by, and the path that was meant for them remains untrodden. The consequences of inaction are not immediate, but they will manifest in subtle ways, creating a sense of unfulfilled potential and spiritual stagnation. Obedience, on the other hand, may not be easy, but it is the key to unlocking divine fulfillment. When the chosen one chooses to step into the unknown, trusting in the divine timing and the guidance of God, they are making a choice for their highest good. In doing so, they align themselves with their true purpose, and the universe responds by providing them with the tools, resources, and support they need to succeed. The journey may not always be smooth, but it will be filled with meaning, growth, and divine connection. The future that awaits them when they walk in obedience is filled with opportunities and blessings that are far greater than anything they could have imagined. God has already provided the chosen one with the necessary tools for success. These tools may not always be tangible. Sometimes they come in the form of faith, courage, and divine insight. But they are there, ready for the chosen one to use as they step forward into their calling. The universe has aligned everything for this moment, and now it's up to the chosen one to respond. The moment of decision is here, and it is not a time for hesitation. The path forward requires action, faith, and trust in the divine timing of the universe. The peace and guidance of God will be with them every step of the way, but they must first take that initial step. The fear and hesitation that the chosen one feels are natural. They are a sign that the ego is trying to hold on to what is familiar, to what is comfortable. But the soul knows that growth, expansion, and true fulfillment lie on the other side of fear. The chosen one's divine purpose is calling them to break free from the limitations of the past, to release the fears and doubts that have held them back, and to step into a future filled with meaning and purpose. It's important to acknowledge that the road ahead will not be without challenges. However, these challenges are not obstacles meant to stop the chosen one. They are opportunities for growth, tests that will refine and shape them into the person they are meant to be. God has equipped the chosen one with everything needed to succeed. But the success does not come from avoiding the challenges. It comes from facing them head-on, with the full trust that the universe will provide. The victory is not in avoiding hardship. It is in walking through it with faith and obedience. This is the moment when the chosen one must let go of their old identity, the one built around comfort, safety, and the status quo, and embrace their divine nature. The divine calling is not a suggestion. It is an invitation to fulfill a purpose that is greater than anything they could have planned for themselves. The universe is waiting, and now it is time for the chosen one to take the first step toward their destiny. The key to understanding this moment is knowing that this is a divine invitation. It is not a demand from a higher power. It is an offering of a greater life, a higher calling, and a divine mission that will bring fulfillment and purpose. The chosen one does not have to earn this calling, nor do they have to prove themselves worthy of it. They have been chosen, and now they are being asked to respond with obedience. They are being asked to trust in God's plan, to step into the unknown, and to allow the divine to lead them on the journey. The choice is clear. Step into divine purpose with obedience, or allow fear to keep you stagnant. The rewards of obedience are immense: true fulfillment, alignment with the divine, and the peace that comes from walking in one's true calling. The regret that comes from inaction, however, will haunt the chosen one, making them feel the weight of missed opportunities and untapped potential. God has provided everything the chosen one needs to succeed, but it is up to them to take the first step and claim their divine destiny. The time for waiting is over. The moment of decision has arrived, and the chosen one must now choose between comfort and obedience, between fear and faith, between the known and the unknown. The universe has been preparing them for this moment, and now it's up to them to act. The divine calling has been issued, and the only thing that stands between them and their purpose is their willingness to step forward in faith. The future of the chosen one depends on their response, but with trust in God's provision and the knowledge that they are walking in alignment with their highest self, the victory is assured. The time is now to embrace the divine mission, to trust in the divine timing, and to act in obedience. The moment of decision has arrived, and it is a pivotal time for the chosen one. They stand at the crossroads of obedience and comfort, faced with the choice of stepping into divine purpose or succumbing to fear and delay. The universe has orchestrated this moment, and the weight of the decision is clear. Respond with faith and obedience, or remain in the comfort zone, risking the weight of future regret. Inaction may seem safer, but it will bring only a lingering sense of dissatisfaction and missed potential. The longer the chosen one waits, the greater the risk of losing the divine opportunities waiting for them. Comfort is a tempting illusion, but it cannot offer the fulfillment and growth that obedience brings. God has equipped the chosen one with all they need for success: divine guidance, inner strength, and the ability to manifest purpose are all within reach. But only through decisive action will they unlock the fullness of their mission. The time for hesitation is over. It is time to rise and embrace the purpose that has always been theirs. With trust in God's plan, the chosen one must move forward, knowing that their victory and fulfillment lie in their obedience. The question is whether you will take the opportunity and respond with obedience, or whether you will let this moment slip by, ignoring the sacred calling that is before you. You are being asked to choose, to acknowledge the divine instruction and take a step of faith, or to remain where you are, in the safety of what you know, allowing fear or doubt to hold you back. In this moment of activation, you may feel overwhelmed, unsure of how to respond or what the next steps will be. But this is precisely the time when the chosen one must step forward with courage, knowing that God has already gone before you, preparing the way. The divine instruction is not about having all the answers or a clear roadmap. It is about trusting that the path will unfold as you take each step in obedience. You may be feeling a deep inner unrest, a sense that something is about to change, or that you are on the verge of something monumental. This is the activation of the divine call. It is a moment that demands your full attention, your full commitment. The longer you delay acknowledging the call, the more likely you are to experience regret, knowing that you have missed the opportunity to act when the universe opened the door for you. The divine instruction you are receiving is not random. It is a carefully timed call, one that has been waiting for the right moment to unfold. The timing is everything. God has been preparing you for this moment for a long time, and now that it is here, you are being called to step into it with boldness and clarity. The universe has set the stage, and the moment for action is now. Ignoring this divine instruction will not only lead to missed opportunities, but it will also create a deep sense of regret later on. In the future, when you reflect on this moment, you will either look back with gratitude, knowing that you responded with faith, or you will look back with a sense of loss, realizing that you missed the chance to act on the call. The universe does not often present opportunities like this, and when they come, they are to be seized with both hands. This divine instruction is a catalyst for your next step on the journey. It is the push you need to step into your destiny, and it is not something that should be taken lightly. The urgency is not just for the sake of timing, it is for the sake of your growth and the impact that your response will have on the world around you. Your obedience to this call is not just for your own benefit, it is a key that will unlock blessings and opportunities for others as well. The purpose you are being called to fulfill is bigger than you. It is part of a larger divine plan, one that will ripple out to affect many lives. When you respond to this call, you are not just stepping into your personal destiny, you are aligning with the greater divine purpose of the universe. You are becoming part of a larger movement, a cosmic shift that will transform lives, heal wounds, and bring truth to a world that is hungry for divine guidance. The power of your obedience is far-reaching, and it will have an impact that you may not fully understand at this moment. The message is clear. You are being called to rise, to embrace the divine instruction, and to step into your purpose with courage. The universe is opening a door for you, but it is up to you to walk through it. The divine instruction is not a request. It is a calling that demands your response. You can choose to hesitate and remain where you are, but doing so will only bring a sense of regret later on. Instead, choose to trust in the divine timing and step forward with faith, knowing that the universe is already aligning everything in your favor. The time for waiting has passed. The divine instruction has been given, and it is now your responsibility to act. This is the moment you have been waiting for, the activation of your divine calling. You have been prepared for this time, and the universe is calling you to step into your power, to answer the call, and to trust in the divine plan that is unfolding before you. This is a sacred moment, and it is yours to embrace. Do not ignore the urgency of this divine call. Take the first step forward, trusting that God's plan will unfold as you move in alignment with His will. The door is open, and the blessings are ready to be received. The only thing that remains is for you to walk through that door with faith, confidence, and a willingness to fulfill the divine purpose you were always meant to carry. The time is now. Over the last 72 hours, you, the chosen one, have experienced a series of disruptions that may have felt unusual, unsettling, and confusing. You've encountered sleep disturbances, unexpected shifts in your thoughts, and changes in your plans that have thrown you off course. However, these disruptions are not random or coincidental. They are divine signals sent to trigger an awakening within you. The universe, in perfect alignment with God's plan, has been working in the background to draw your attention to the next phase of your journey. These disturbances are a divine activation code, signaling that it is time for you to step into the fullness of your purpose. As uncomfortable as these disruptions may have felt, they have been the necessary catalysts to shake you from complacency, to awaken dormant energy within you, and to bring you to the precipice of your next spiritual evolution. These disturbances are the universe's way of getting your attention, urging you to stop ignoring the call and to acknowledge the sacred shifts that are taking place in your life. The 72-hour window that has passed was a divine moment, a time of intense spiritual activation. Now, you are being asked to recognize the significance of these disruptions and respond to them with awareness, faith, and action. Over the past 72 hours, you may have felt as though everything around you was suddenly in flux. You've experienced disturbances in your sleep, waking up at odd hours, feeling restless, or having vivid dreams that left you questioning their meaning. Your thoughts may have been scattered or intrusive, and you might have experienced feelings of confusion or anxiety, as if something was about to shift, but you weren't sure what it was. In addition, you may have noticed unexpected changes in your plans. Things you once thought were solid and certain now seem out of alignment or falling apart. All of these disruptions are part of a divine activation code, signals that have been specifically designed to get your attention and prepare you for the next chapter of your journey. These experiences are not coincidences. They are divine nudges meant to trigger an awakening within you, to signal that the time for the next phase of your purpose has arrived. The universe has created this 72-hour window to break through the distractions and bring you into a heightened state of awareness. In this window, the spiritual forces have been aligning to activate the deeper purpose within you, urging you to step into your divine mission with clarity, purpose, and confidence. During these last 72 hours, you may have also experienced an intense sense of urgency or impatience. This feeling is also part of the divine activation, as the universe pushes you out of your comfort zone and towards the fulfillment of your true purpose. The subtle and sometimes jarring disruptions are not random, but are deeply connected to the divine timing of your life. These moments of unease are a confirmation that you are moving through a sacred portal and that your time has come to step into your power and your divine mission. The message is clear. These disruptions are a confirmation of the divine instruction you have been receiving. The universe is telling you that the time to act is now. The 72-hour window has opened, and you are being called to respond with clarity and faith. These disturbances were not meant to make you feel disoriented or lost. They were designed to draw you closer to the truth of your divine purpose, to shake you out of any complacency, and to activate the dormant energies within you. The divine activation code has been triggered, and now you must act upon it. The time for hesitation has passed. The window for action is closing, and what you do in these next moments will determine how fully you step into your destiny. The urgency is not a result of external pressure. It is the call of the universe, urging you to embrace the blessings, opportunities, and transformations that are ready to unfold. You are not alone in this moment. The universe, God's angels, and spiritual guides have been working behind the scenes, creating the perfect conditions for your growth and success. Every disruption you've felt, every shift in your thoughts and plans has been a cosmic alignment that has been designed to prepare you for what is to come. The divine instruction that has been laid out for you requires action, courage, and an unwavering belief in your own abilities. Do not ignore these signs or dismiss them as coincidence. The universe has been orchestrating this moment for a long time, and now it is time to respond. These disruptions are your confirmation that you are on the right path, and the divine forces are aligning to guide you toward your true purpose. Embrace these signs as the sacred code that they are. Let them remind you that you are a vessel for divine purpose, and that the time has come for you to fully step into your role in the greater cosmic plan. The spiritual work you've done, the trials you've overcome, and the lessons you've learned have all led you to this moment. This is your divine activation. This is the moment when everything aligns, and you are called to step into your full power. The universe is providing you with the opportunity to move forward into the next phase of your purpose. But you must take action. You must trust that what has been activated in you during this 72-hour window is real, and that it is leading you toward the fulfillment of your divine mission. The key to this moment is clarity. Clarity of mind, clarity of spirit, and clarity of purpose. The distractions, confusion, and hesitation are fading away as you step into the power and certainty of your true calling. The divine instruction is clear, and now it is time to move forward with confidence. The time for passive waiting is over. The universe has done its part. Now it is time for you to take the next step, boldly and with full trust in the divine path that lies before you. The disruptions you have experienced over the last 72 hours are not to be feared or misunderstood. They are divine signals, activation codes that have been designed to awaken you to your purpose and propel you into the next phase of your journey. This is a moment of profound spiritual significance, one that calls for your full attention and immediate action. The universe has been working on your behalf, and now you are being invited to step into your destiny with clarity, confidence, and trust. The time for hesitation is over. Embrace the activation, respond to the divine call, and take the necessary steps to manifest your true purpose. The window is closing, but the blessings and transformations that await you are far greater than you can imagine. Step forward and let the divine guidance lead you to your highest calling. God, in His divine wisdom, communicates with the chosen ones through three powerful and unmistakable patterns. divine disruptions, recurring whispers, and impossible peace. These patterns are designed to break through the noise of everyday life and get the chosen one's attention. They are not random occurrences. Each one is a message, a signpost that guides the chosen one toward their divine purpose. Understanding these patterns is essential, for they are the keys to unlocking God's instructions, enabling the chosen one to act with clarity, confidence, and obedience. The key to recognizing these divine patterns lies in trust and awareness, allowing the chosen one to step forward in faith, knowing they are being divinely guided every step of the way. The chosen one must learn to recognize the specific patterns through which God speaks. Divine disruptions, recurring whispers, and impossible peace all serve as tools that God uses to guide, direct, and awaken the chosen one to their greater purpose. By understanding these patterns, the chosen one will be able to discern the divine instruction that is being communicated, giving them the confidence to take action and move forward in alignment with God's will. God often uses divine disruptions to break the patterns and routines of daily life. These disruptions are intentional and designed to get the attention of the chosen one. The disruptions may come in many forms: unexpected changes, events that feel jarring, or even things that seem like setbacks. What is essential to understand is that these disruptions are not punishments. They are wake-up calls. They are interruptions that are specifically designed to redirect the chosen one's focus and attention towards something greater. At times, these disruptions may feel uncomfortable, disorienting, or even frustrating. But they are often the very thing that breaks the stagnation or complacency in the chosen one's life. The disruption might come in the form of a career change, a relationship ending, or an unexpected opportunity appearing. When these events occur, they force the chosen one to step out of their comfort zone, to question what they have always known, and to be open to new paths and directions. In these moments of disruption, God is actively at work, using the disturbance to realign the chosen one with their purpose. The discomfort is not meant to break them, but to reshape them into a new, stronger version of themselves. Through the disruption, God offers a new perspective, a broader understanding, and the clarity needed to move forward in the right direction. The chosen one must learn to recognize these divine disruptions as God's invitation to greater growth and transformation. The key is not to resist the disruption, but to lean into it, knowing that it is a part of God's divine plan for them. Embrace the discomfort and trust that it is leading to something greater. Another pattern that God uses to communicate is the recurring whisper. These are messages that seem to come up again and again, often in subtle ways. Whether it's a feeling, a thought, a phrase, or a specific message that keeps resurfacing, the recurring whisper cannot be ignored. It's as if the same message is being repeated through different people, circumstances, or situations. These whispers are God's way of urging the chosen one to pay attention to something important. The recurring whisper may come in the form of a gut feeling, a sudden realization, or a series of synchronicities that point to the same thing. It may be a thought that keeps repeating itself in the chosen one's mind, or a piece of advice that keeps showing up in conversations with others. This repeated message is a sign that God is trying to convey something of great importance. These whispers carry with them divine urgency. They cannot be ignored without consequence. If the chosen one continues to disregard these whispers, they may begin to feel an increasing sense of inner turmoil or restlessness. The recurring whisper serves as a divine nudge, urging the chosen one to take action, to move in a particular direction, or to pay attention to something they might otherwise overlook.